Hola, I'm back. This time I am going to show you how I bake bread pudding. It's not my recipe. It's on the book recipe that it was my grandmother's, and my grandmother's gave it to my sister. My sister gave it to me, so I had it like for 30 years now. I don't bake. The only thing that I bake is this, and now banana bread. So, but I bake this for dessert on Christmas Day, and then I cook a caramel. I make a caramel that is at the bottom of the bread pudding. So I am going to post the ingredients. But first of all, the first thing that you gotta do is you get a loaf of bread, usually 1 pound, and you have to cut the crust. If you can get a loaf of bread without the crust, sometimes they sell them lately. I don't know why I cannot get them. This is very time consuming. And then, you gotta cut this thing and put it with 3.5 cups of milk and let it soak there for a little bit, which is something that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be cutting all this and making sure that the bread like this one here has crust, that really doesn't have any crust, because you don't want that in your bread pudding. You don't want any bread crust. If you can find, like I said, a loaf of bread in your supermarket that doesn't have a crust, and I've seen them and I've purchased them before specifically to make this. If you can buy the bread, I don't know, and a couple of days before, so it's a little old and hard, that's also good. So I am gonna continue doing this. We're a doggy house, so we're just gonna deal with these dogs, and then I'll be right back. But bread pudding has cinnamon, has vanilla, it has eggs, it has melted butter, and then we're gonna put 2 packs of raisins on that. But I'll be right back. Thank you. Alright guys, we're back here with the bread pudding. The only ingredient that I forgot to mention was sugar, which I am gonna use for the bread pudding, but also to make the caramel, which I make the caramel on the microwave. Super easy. Just put half a cup of sugar, a little bit of water, and then you put it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and then you wash it. It just depends how you want that caramel. You don't want it too brown, because you're gonna put that at the bottom here, and then when you put the bread pudding, you put it in the oven to bake, it's gonna burn, right? So you don't want that. So you want it like sort of kind of little light dark colors. So, and I will show you that. I forgot something. I forgot a very important ingredient in this house that it needs to be here all the time. It's cilantro. If we don't have cilantro to cook, just like sofrito, it's like we're in trouble. So, garlic, olive oil, cilantro, and white wine. Gotta have those. So I already have the bread here. I cut it, I took the crust out, and it's sitting here. You gotta let it soak, for, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. So I melted the butter, which is like half a stick, 2 ounces, and then you put that in and mix it. Then after that, you add the sugar, which is a cup and 1/4. And again, I'm gonna post the recipe, the ingredients, so you guys can see that. Then you mix this stuff. And there's a lot of mixing here, because when you put the eggs, you're gonna be mixing this for a while. And again, I want like half of this sugar to make the caramel. So then after that, you add vanilla, which is 2 2 teaspoons. We're out of vanilla. Oh, still got some. And I just like put a little bit of salt. Not really a lot. All right. And on the cinnamon, it says 2 teaspoons, but I like to put cinnamon. I don't know, I love cinnamon. I think cinnamon is another one of those spices, or spices of the gods. I don't know. So I add cinnamon. And I mix this baby. And then you put the raisins in. I already got the oven on at 375. And while I do this, I'm gonna start like doing this caramel, so you can see how this works in a microwave, which is pretty cool. Keep mixing this. And then after that, you just have to break the eggs. Start mixing this thing. And this takes a while, so going to start doing the caramel so you can see it in the microwave. Okay, you put a little bit of water. Let's see, it's just like a splash. Like, I don't know, let's just put it 5 minutes and we washed it as it. We keep mixing this stuff here. So got it. I would not recommend using a mixer to do this. You're supposed to mix this with yes. Let's just go and I will show you when the caramel is done. Okay, so here's the caramel. I could do it like a little darker if you want. You know, it just depends on your microwave. So you put this at the bottom, the pan. And give an extra kick. Again, it could be a little darker if you want to. Just depends on the taste. You can always like experiment with that, as I have. And that's why I don't, I mean, a little more darker would have been ideal, but still it's gonna taste good, you know, because this is gonna be baking with the pudding. All right, so I got mixed everything. I got the pan here with the caramel. The oven is waiting for me, and I know this is well mixed. You can see it. The whole egg gone. Cannot see any egg. You should make sure that. Yep. So it's time to put this baby in the pan.